Yeah. Yung mga dealers natin, ipakita ko po sa inyo maya-maya. Yung mga gusto magpagawa ng bahay, Arkson Design and Build Company for your consultancy, architectural design, interior design, construction and renovations. Contact niyo po yung yung aking anak na architect, Riz Maravillas on Facebook. Cellphone number 0977-098-2884. Ayos, yung mga designs niya po, mga kababayan, makikita ninyo sa sa kanyang kwampo Facebook account, pati yung mga existing projects nandiyan. Ayos. It is a joint undertaking. Madali lang. Nakalampas yung binabasa ko. The Malampaya is the sole natural gas field in the country which supplies 40% of Luzon's energy requirement. It is a joint undertaking of Philippine government in the private sector, specifically with shares of 45% to Chevron and 45% to Shell and 10% to the government. Ngayon, bininta ng Chevron, bininta ng Shell. Ang nakakuha, mga kababayan, Udenna Corporation owned by Dennis Oy. Nang sabi rito, campaign backer of Duterte since 2016. This means that Oy now owns 90% of Malampaya. Jackpot! The ongoing issue is that this transaction was questionable and allegedly breached the law. Tanong daw natin kung bakit. The agreement in Malampaya project said that if Chevron and Shell would like to sell their interest, they will first have to offer it to the Philippine government. Ayun. Tama. Kim Jae-jung, 100 NT. Ano NT? No Taiwan dollars. Maraming salamat po. God bless you mo. Ito mga kababayan ng matindi. May agreement pala. So this is highly anomalous, mga kababayan. Hindi pwede na yung Malampaya project ibinta ng basta-basta kung kani-kanino. Kasi may kasunduan. It should have to offer it first to the Philippine government. Something that did not happen at all. Attorney Rodis, one of those who filed a complaint against Energy Secretary Cossy and Dennis Oy, said that the Department of Energy failed to do its job by approving the sale of shares to a company that did not even meet the technical and financial qualifications for handling a natural gas field. Parang yung wampo, o nangyari rito. Yung Parmali, yung kapital niya 600,000. Inawardan, mga kababayan, ng 8 billion contracts. Ito naman, questionable yung credentials ng track records ng company. Walang experience in handling natural gas field. Biglang inaward sa kanya. Note that Udenna entered this contract without any assets and 100 billion peso debt loans. It also has zero track record on handling operations of a gas power plant. Run, Sara, run. Run, Sara, run. Oh, kumusta kayo mga DDS? Ayos? Ayos. Run, Sara, run. Run, Sara. In fact, sabi rito mga kababayan, Udenna did not pay a single centavo. Ito yung mga aligasyon ha. As a case filed against these two by Attorney Rodis. Binabasa ko lang po ang kwento ha. In fact, Udenna did not pay a single centavo in acquisition of the Malampaya oil gas field according to Attorney Rodis. Why is this alarming? Number one, mga kababayan, since everything is on loan, Udenna has nothing to lose. Naalala ko yung isang company ng dilaw dito. Pangalanan ko na. Naalala ninyo yung galit na galit yung Pangulo sa Lopez family? Ayun. Nag-loan sa... Saan ba yun? DBP ba? DBP lata yun? Please correct me kung medyo... kung mali yung bangkong na-mention ko. Pero yung nare-recall, parang DBP. Nakakalimutan, ilang bilyon po yun. Mga kababayan. Pagkatapos, hindi binayaran, dinilit. Ha? DBP yun? Dinilit. Pili pala yun. Ano yung term ng pag dinilit na yung utang sa bangko? May term yun eh. Writing off. It was written off. Dinilit sa lista. Ito lista ng utang. Ang ibig sabihin. Written off. Dinilit. Wala ka ng utang. Pag bilyon-bilyon pala, pwede ganon. Mautang nga sa bangko din. Tapos sabihin natin, insolvent na kami, bankrupt kami, di na kami makabayad. Dahil hindi makabayad, pwede daw, pakidelete na lang yung bilyon namin. Pag mayayaman pala, pwedeng ganon. Iba talaga pag mayaman po. Ito. Sabi ito ni Attorney Rodis, since everything is on loan, Udenna has nothing to lose. They are not liable to any mistake because they don't have investments on this agreement. They also now have control over the largest enterprise in the country. Pangalawa, the Philippines lost 138 billion pesos in this Malampaya contract, and Dennis Oy is the one who benefited most because of his closeness to Number 3, Malampaya is now handled by a company with incompetent people. Any mistake can lead to a gas leakage that will destroy the entirety of Palawan Sea and can even extend to Batangas. Kung nagalit tayo sa 8 billion peso crony contract ng Farmally, sabi po ni Atty. Rodis, what more yung 138 billion pesos? Ano sabi dito? We are giving a huge asset of the Philippines to a single entity, and in doing so, we are granting Dennis Oy an enormous control of the energy oil industry. This Malampaya issue is a theft in natural resources. Attorney Rhodes even said that they found out that there have been ongoing talks between Udenna and China with regard to developing other gas fields in the Palawan Sea. Mas matindi yun, mga kababayan. Remember, China, mga kababayan, they have interest sa South China Sea. They will solidify their claim, mga kababayan, of the South China Sea because it's, adjacent to the... This has... Chinese itong si ano. Mga kababayan, this has security concerns. Security implications pala. This has security implications. When that happens, then eventually our fear of China controlling the energy sector will be true. Ano tingin po ninyo? Run pa? Run? Pag hindi po kayo nagising, baka hindi na kayo magising. Magigising kayo. Huli na ang lahat. Sabi ko sa inyo, itong ginagawa po ng China, sila yung nag-supply sa mga kasundaluhan natin. Chito. When that happens, then eventually our fear of China controlling the energy sector will be true. I did this thread because the Malampaya issue should be a national concern. We have to make it a topic in the mainstream media. Paingayin natin ang usapin na ito, ikwento sa mga magulang, sa mga kaibigan, sa kapitbahay. Do all you can to hold the people involved accountable. Elections are just around the corner. We still have the chance to stop this if we choose the people or against the and will ensure that this contract will be voided. Be vigilant. Let's start questioning the presidential candidates and other senator aspirants on where they stand in the Malampaya issue. This has a security implications other than nalugi po tayo. Why? Malinaw po. May agreement pala kung ibebenta ang Malampaya project ng Chevron and Shell, dapat ang unang kakausapin yung Philippine government kasi yung gobyerno mismo. Siya ang may-ari ng territory. Tama? Ito inaward, mga kababayan, for your information, sa Chevron and Shell. Kasi sila po, these private entities, multinational oil firms, they have the track records, the experience, expertise in technology. Kasi yun talaga yung hanap buhay nila. Di ba? They're engaged in gas exploration all throughout the world. So tama lang yung award sa kanila. Tayo, wala man technical knowledge niyan. Wala tayong technology, technical knowledge and experience. So we tap companies in the world that has the knowledge and expertise. So we could explore and we can tap and exploit our natural resources. Tama po yon. Only that, may kasunduan pala. O ngayon, combine. Imagine that. Chevron, ilan yung share ng Chevron dito? 45? O, think 45 pala. 45% shares. Chevron. Shell, 45% din. Yung government, 10%. Ngayon, both Chevron and nandun na kayo. Sabi ko sa inyo. Another story na gusto ko pong ipaabot sa inyo. Nasaan na yung kuya? Wala yata dito, hindi nakasama. Ito. This is from the Philippine Daily Inquirer. Ang subject dito din, itong taong ito, si Oy, Dennis Oy, barkada ng ating Pangulo. It's official. COMELEC signs 536 million peso contract with F2 Logistics. The Commission on Elections has signed with a company linked to a close associate of President Duterte the contract to distribute the ballots. Ang tawag dito, na-corner na lahat. Kung yung panahon ni Coricong may tinatawag na Kamag-anak Incorporated, dito naman po may tinatawag na BFF Incorporated. Ano, mga kababayan, si Kamag-anak, Kabarkada Incorporated, BFF na lang para run. Hindi mo na niya sinasabi ko. Basta run. Run away. Yeah. Contract to distribute the ballots. Lahat kanya. Vote counting machines. Pag ganito, pati si Bato nito, halimbawa hindi na magdesisyon si na tumakbo si Bato kahit walang handa-handa, wala sa plano, pwedeng. In other supplies for the May 9, 2022 elections, COMELEC and F2 Logistics Philippines Incorporated, a cargo forwarder linked to the Davao-based businessman Dennis Oy signed on October 29. Kabago-bago? Libang na libang tayo po sa... May nangyayaring milagro pala sa ilalim. The deal worth 536 million pesos, according to a copy of the contract posted on Sunday on the poll body's website. It was signed by COMELEC Chair Sheriff Abbas and F2 Logistics President Efren Uy. Since COMELEC awarded the contract to F2 Logistics last August, poll watchdogs and critics have questioned a possible conflict of interest in entrusting the transportation of election equipment and supplies to a major campaign donor of President Duterte. Dennis Oy is chair of F2 Logistics, while his wife, Cherilyn, is corporate treasurer. In a Senate inquiry in 2019, the Davao-based businessman admitted donating 30 million to Mr. Duterte's presidential bid in 2016. Ay ko sa inyo. So tama yung mga kwento po natin itong mga negosyante, may mga manok sila. Minamanok nila kung saan sila tataya. So that pag nakaupo, sila yung kukorner ng mga contracts, mga kababayan. And they become powerful. They become kingmaker. You see? According to the documents from the Securities and Exchange Commission, Executive Secretary Salvador Mirdadeo was one of the original incorporators. What? Of F2 Logistics, which was founded in 2006. What? Tama yung mga analysis ko rito. Sabi ko sa inyo, the Duterte, mga kababayan, hindi niya ipopos yan. No? They will not support Marcos. At kung mag-support man sila kay Bongbong Marcos, halimbawa si Inday, maging Vice President, mangyayari lang yun, mga kababayan, if yung agreement on the table ay kaya mga nag-float na BBM Sara, run. You wait. At sabi ko sa inyo, naniwala kayong hayaan nila na bitawan yung palasyo. Hindi nga nila binitawan yung Davao, yung palasyo pa, yung buong Pilipinas. At naniwala kayong aayaw-ayaw sila at ayaw talaga. Pinaniwala lang kayong hindi sila di ba? Sabi ko sa inyo. And comes that statement sa column ni Montolfo na may mga plan A, plan B, plan C. Galit si Inday. Chismis daw yun. Ano sabi ko sa inyo, mga kababayan? Pag ang tao'y nasaktan, may sugat. Ganon. Tingnan ninyo ang mga kwento. The original incorporators, si Executive Secretary pala. It is a subsidiary of Oi's holding firm, Udenna Corporation, the same, which is currently embroiled in the controversial purchase of the Malampaya natural gas project. The COMELEC contract was initially reported to cost 1.6 billion, which was triple the final contract price of 536 million. Tingin niyo bibitawan po ang walang interesado sa kanilang tumakbo sa top position and will support BBM. Tingin ninyo. Under the deal, F2 Logistics will be responsible for the delivery of all automated election system related to equipment, forms, and supplies not only for the elections, but for the field tests. Nagtitesting sila kung kumusta niya yung transmission. Tingnan natin, mag-mock election tayo, mock voting. Testingin natin, i-shade mo anya yung kay BBM. BBM. Pag shade kay BBM, ang boto kay Ang shading ninyo kay BBM, kung mag-fail yung disqualification, di candidate si BBM. Pag sinade ninyo si BBM, ang credit ng boto kay yan sabi ko, tama yung proposal po ni Amy Marcos. Tapos sino yun? Si Attorney Glenn Chong ba yun? Hindi dapat full automation. Kasi yung daya nga, it should be hybrid. Para may tawag dito, hard copy na makikita kaagad. Is for hybrid, not fully automated election. Kasi yung, gaya lang din na ninyo. Wala din. Ito na. Ang dali, sabi ko. Everything is possible with all this automated magic machine. ang program po, mga salaming, ang program po, galing sa mga salamangkero at magicians. Mga magicians po yung programmer. If the logistics will deploy from and bring back to the central warehouse the vote counting machines, BCM, consolidation or canvassing system, machines, transmission devices, BCM external batteries, generator sets, and other election paraphernalia. It will also deploy the official ballots. Lahat! Ballot boxes, election forms, and supplies. Tapos, ang election po, kontrolado ni Xi Jinping. Ang may kontrol ng election dito, si Xi Jinping. Election forms and supplies, training materials in computerized voters list to be used on election day. The company will likewise provide and secure provincial warehouses or local hubs for the BCMs prior to the scheduled distribution to polling centers. Under the contract, F2 Logistics is prohibited from bumping off, refusing to deliver or halting commercial cargos in transit unless due to force majeure or fortuitous event. F2 Logistics is also required to have an internet-based tracking or monitoring system for the delivery of the election equipment and supplies. Nakakatakot yung eleksyon natin ngayon, mga kababayan. The company committed to transport election supplies to the Cordillera Administrative Region, Ilocos, Cagayan Valley, Central Luzon regions for 106 million pesos, to Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Minarupa, and Bicol for 123 million pesos. Jackpot to the Visayas region for 121 million pesos and to the Mindanao regions for 186 million pesos. COMELEC Special Bids and Awards Committee last August 24 declared that F2 Logistics gave the lowest bid in the public bidding. Panalo. The COMELEC's policy-making body issued the notice of award September 15. After news came out that F2 Logistics won, the COMELEC stood by its decision to award the contract. Abas in COMELEC Commissioner Rowena Guanzon said Dennis Oy's ties to the President were not a ground to disqualify the company. It is not automatic that he is disqualified because he was a contributor We know that many businessmen are major contributors to different politicians, so it's not automatic. Does it mean we will have to disqualify the companies that donate to winning candidates? That is not right. That will make us biased if we refuse to award projects to companies just because they donated to campaigns. There are fears of some people about the awarding of the contracts to F2 Logistics. Our Special Bids and Awards Committee is reviewing and following the procedures under the law, so I don't see any problem if it is awarded to F2 Logistics as long as we follow the law. Sabi po ni Comelec Commissioner Jaime Ferolino sa mga reporters. Ano? Kuhan kayo dito? Kumbinsido? Ayan. Mga kababayan, dito na tayo sa iba pa nating mga information po. Ito yung kalagayan, mga kababayan, ng ating bansa. Dali lang po. Ano dyan tinitingnan mo, Mr. Maravillas? Binubuksan ko lang po yung isa pang balita dito na kahindik-hindik. Ano niya yan? Ito yung editorial po ng Philippine Daily Inquirer. Sabi rito, the Philippines is now the biggest borrower of the World Bank. Yan yung editorial ngayon. For the fiscal year ending June 30, 2021, the World Bank total commitments to the Philippines of $3.07 billion was the highest among all country borrowers. There is another bigger component of the Philippine debt picture that is increasingly becoming worrisome. As of end September this year, the national government's outstanding debt has swelled a new high of 11.93 trillion. Worrisome daw ito. Don't worry po. Nandyan si Tatay Diggs. Di ba? Ang importante po, we love Digong. Galit na galit sa atin yung mga haters natin. Haters nga eh. May haters bang hindi galit, Mr. Marab? Kaya nga po, galit na galit sila. Importante, we love. Di ba? Don't worry. Ang utang lang po natin, 11.92 trillion. What is 11.92 trillion pesos? Ang ibig sabihin nito, mga kababayan, each of us, indebted tayo, mga kababayan, ng wala tayong kaalam-alam. Pinag-utang tayo. Each one of us, may utang po na 120,000 pesos. Di bali, may ayuda naman sa inyong. Ilan yung natanggap ninyong ayuda? Hindi pa nga niya mag-10,000. Kung hindi pa mag 10,000 yung ayudang binigay sa inyo, be happy. Kasi each one of us may utang na 120,000 pesos. Each one of us. Asan yon? Ginastos nila, mga kababayan yon sa... Alam na ninyo kung ngayon binili? Since the debt stack grew faster than the limping economy, the debt to gross domestic product ratio now stood at 60.4% as of end June 2021 or above the 60% threshold the international debt watchers consider as manageable level among emerging markets. Manageable level. Binubula lang tayo nila palagi para diretso lang kanya mag-utang para kami tumiba sa interest. Sabi na ni iba, bakit niya Mr. Minasama mo yan? Yung credit ratings natin, tumaas kasi. Pag ang yung credit ratings mo, good, tayo, yung tawag doon, good standing. Good credit standing. Yun niya yung kanya. Pag may nagpapautang pa sa'yo, umutang ka lang. Yun ang mindset kasi po sa atin. I tell you, once upon a time, lubog kami sa utang. Once upon a time, in our life, lubog kami po sa utang. Di ko na yun uulitin. Iba pala, pag lubog ka sa utang. Pinalubog na po tayo sa utang. At itong utang natin na binabayaran natin, ang nagkikinabang po ng interest. At yung principal, interest and principal, sila. Umutang. Ang nagpautang, World Bank. Tapos, saan ginasta yung inutang natin? Hindi man para umunlad yung buhay natin. Hindi man. Ibinili ng plastic. Ibinili ng plastic. Ibinili ng tuklaw. O sino nang komisyon noon? Yung mismong kwarta, mga kababayan, sino nang ginabag noon? The suppliers, di ba? The multinational suppliers. O, barkada yon ng World Bank. Mga kababayan. The same people, the same group of people controlling. Ganon. Sa madaling sabi, ganon po tayo ginigisa sa ating sariling mantika. So nagkautang tayo, bawat isa sa atin may utang 120,000. Ano sabi sa Word of God? Napakalinaw, mga kababayan. The rich rules the poor. The borrower is a slave to the lender. So we become slave. Why? Hindi na po tayo makapagdesisyon ng ating sariling buhay. Anong direksyon ang gusto natin? Sila na yung nagdidikta sa atin. Why? We are indebted to them. Hindi naman. Ang gusto na niya naming mangyari sa inyo, umutang kayo ng umutang sa amin. Tulong namin ito sa inyo. Pero yan ang utang yan, hindi mo yan magagamit sa ibang bagay.